Let me share with you my final thoughts from the interview with Vitor Shaolin. During the past final thoughts, I've been repeating a few facts that I mentioned in the guest intro. Since now I promote the final thoughts by itself on YouTube, this recap, it's good to give context to people who haven't listened to the episode yet. For those who don't know, Shaolin is a 3-time IBJJF Black Belt World Champion, a former MMA fighter with 25 fights, a teammate of mine, and one of my closest friends. I hope you're able to grab at least one good takeaway from this interview, and hopefully you're able to implement it in your life. Now, my personal takeaway was very easy to point out in one single word: consistency. Let me ask you this. Do you have a Jiu-Jitsu role model? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Personally, Shaolin has been my Jiu-Jitsu role model since the mid-90s. Not just because of his skills, but mainly because of his consistency. His ability to stay disciplined and focused in everything he does, which includes martial arts, business, and family. He set the bar very high of what hard work looks like to me in Jiu-Jitsu. And it's not by accident that he has accomplished so much in life at 39 years old in 2018. Exactly 3 years ago, in September of 2015, I wrote an article for the BJJ Mental Coach website titled The 4 Ds of Success, where I share my experience of traveling to the UK to be a spectator and a coach at the Polaris Professional League in Cardiff, Wales. Polaris is a European organization, very well organized by the way, that was promoted 2nd edition with its card featuring 8 matches, gi and no gi, that included competitors from Brazil, Italy, Japan, USA, and the UK, who competed in a submission-only rules format with one 15-minute round, including 2 of my friends' idols and the BJJ Mental Coach movement supporters. The first one is the BJJ Hall of Famer responsible for one of the most popular episodes of the BJJ Mental Coach podcast, my brother Robson Mora, 5-time IBJJF Black Belt World Champion. If you haven't had a chance to listen to this episode, check out the episode 10 titled What Can You Do? And the second one was Vitor Shaolin. The first phrase I wrote in the article was a question, and I'm going to repeat the question to you again. The question is, what does success mean to you? Why did I ask you this? It's because people have different perceptions of the meaning of the word success. The Hall of Fame UCLA basketball coach John Wooden's definition of success is personally my favorite, and hopefully you like. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you did your best to become the best you're capable of becoming. Robson and Shaolin don't combine 8 IBJJF Black Belt World titles by accident. They possess a very unique quality, the 4 Ds of success: desire, determination, dedication, and discipline. Today, I'm going to share with you how these 4 Ds have been playing out consistently in Shaolin's career, and hopefully this can inspire you to become more or even more consistent in your life. For those who don't know, Shaolin owns 2 successful schools in New Jersey and New York, specifically New York City. He doesn't have anything to prove in his competition career, but he still have the itch to compete despite of his busy schedule. He still has the desire, the first D, to challenge himself in competition or in business. Another great word to describe him perfectly besides Mr. Consistent is hustler. Prior to the trip, I had the opportunity to share the content of my program Inner Discovery for Outer Success and speak for the first time in New York City to Shaolin students. And I was able to witness his madness and determination, which is the 2nd D. Shaolin's extremely dedicated, the 3rd D, not only to his professional career, but mainly dedicated to his family, his wife, 3 kids, 2 dogs, and 2 cats. Back then in 2015, 3 times a week, he was waking up between 3:45 and 4:30 to drive from New Jersey to New York City to teach multiple classes, including his first one at 6 a.m. Then he trained Jiu-Jitsu, conditioning, and he would drive back to Jersey at the end of the day. By the way, he still consistently wakes up early for his New York City classes. Talk about discipline, the 4th D. On this specific day that I taught the seminar, we left his school almost 10 p.m. and he was up since 3:45 a.m. And next day, we were traveling to the UK. At the event, Shaolin competed against the Japanese standout Daisuke Nakamura. After a few back and forth sweeps, Shaolin was able to take his back around 12-minute mark and finish from the back. Now, even if Shaolin had lost his match, I would have said that he succeeded in his endeavor of competing at Polaris. Despite his personal and professional responsibility, he consistently sticks with the 4 Ds of success: desire, determination, dedication, and the discipline. He was prepared technically, physically, strategically, and especially mentally. He knew that he did the best he could with the tools and knowledge that he had at that moment. And that is success. Remember what John Wooden said? Peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you did your best to become the best you're capable of becoming. Now, what about you? Do you possess the 4 Ds of success? Not just to accomplish your goals on the mat, but mainly off the mat. The 4 Ds of success concept is about authenticity and consistency. It's about living your life authentic to your desires, becoming the best version of yourself. But without consistency, your journey can end up being very frustrating. Consistently face your fears and anxieties. Be consistently comfortable in uncomfortable situations, and do it as long as it takes to achieve the success you desire, not the success others expect from you. And as the motivational speaker Tony Robbins said, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently. Os.
We're glad you were able to join us for this episode of the BJJ Mental Coach Podcast, but the lesson doesn't end here. Watch the videos and download the audio of the 10 mental mistakes BJJ competitors make and how to avoid them for free when you subscribe to the BJJMentalCoach.com. Don't miss the chance to find out what might be holding you back from being your best self on and off the mat. That's the BJJMentalCoach.com.